Good morning, man. An amazing morning to the grind. Right after my anniversary, good morning to you, man. I'm feeling like on cloud 99,099, 8 years. Salute to you out there, Mrs. Owens. I love you. I love you. I love you. My name is KeJohnna Owens. This is the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast, man. If you haven't caught it before, welcome to the show. What we do on here is we talk about encouraging, motivating, empowering, inspiring, whatever that might be to you out there, man, to get up and get it towards the day. God chose us to have a new day, to have a new opportunity, to have a new chance, to apply the level of the work we do to match the level of the faith we have. That's what I believe, and that's what I do. So this is the Grindology101 Podcast. Good morning to you out there today. I was just inspired. I got a chance to get off the grid, off the grind, relax a little bit with my amazing wife. We got a chance to just do nothing. Now, I don't know if you do a lot, the days that you get to do nothing, oh man, you get a lot back in return. So I feel rested. I feel super inspired, if you will. Already inspired. Super inspired today. I guess that's a new level. Let's get to a new level. So what I wanted to do, we're in the second quarter of the year. We're in the second quarter right now. So let's use sports metaphor. I don't care what it is for you. Halftime, something with 4 quarters. Basketball, football, whatever that might be. 4 quarters. So the first quarter, we may have gotten skunked. I mean, woo, man, it didn't go right. Who out there just didn't get a good first quarter? Maybe it might be good to someone else, but maybe it's not with your goals. See, this is what this is all about. What are your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your passions? Is your drive? So if you haven't reached your goals, that's all right. It's the first quarter. Michael Jordan says something real powerful that was real simple. He said his goal was to score 32 points a game. How can you get 32 points a game? He said, well, that's 8 points a quarter. But see, if you didn't score 0 in the first quarter, that means you need 16 in the second. Still in the game. Let's turn it up a notch. Let's get right on into it again. It's the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. I'm KeJohnna Owens each and every Monday through Friday morning, 6 a.m. God say so willing, see so fit to give me a new chance, a new day, a new way, a new opportunity. I take full advantage of it. And I hope that you do too. Let's get right on into it. We're in the second quarter. Kill those excuses. We'll see you on the other side. Stand by.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They say, listen, one day the world's going to know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm going to put the biggest parties. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. The reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do 4 things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%.
You still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing. I was grinding.
Every single day when you wake up, you got 2 options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
You need to walk through the mud and life, guys, if you ever want to get to the higher ground. That higher ground is where you look in the mirror and you have respect, and you went through the work, the sweat equity of it all. And the end product is something you travel, a legacy of life that you put your signature to, that means something. You're not speaking hollow words. You're backing those motherfuckers up with action.
That's what lions do. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living.
I still grind. I love the grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to outgrind you.
You have to be willing to work in places people don't see.
While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it. You take advantage of this opportunity. You let everything else go. You eat different. You study different. You practice different. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm going to live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like, why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're going to be champions, process driven.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
No, I'm telling you, it's the second quarter. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. So what to do when it's time to step it up a notch? What do you do? A lot of times we get stuck in there, okay, I want to step it up. Step what up, right? How do you step it up? One thing I would recommend is get the buy-in. You got to say you're going to do it, but get the buy-in of your network, your culture, your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, church, whatever you got that you are involved in. You get the buy-in that this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is where I'm going to be going. And I may not have the same amount of time that I had initially because I'm behind on my goals. You may say that, you may not, whatever that is for you, but you got to be direct in it. You got to have a sense of self-urgency. Like, I got to park the rear seat myself so I can see where I'm going forward. I got to make sure I put myself in position to apply a level of discipline that it's going to take to reach some goals that I haven't hit, especially if we haven't hit them. Now, if you've been on the trajectory of hitting goal after goal after goal after goal, you may have the blueprint. But if you haven't, I'm going to ask a question. If you haven't reached the level of life or lifestyle or whatever it is for you, we're all in this trench. But whatever it is for you, I want you to think about it. Are you comfortable in that at that level? Like, okay, well, I could still be okay. See, that's the part. You can still be okay, but I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about the outside influences, people that are okay with you being okay, with you not being okay. People that are okay with you being okay, with you not being okay. See, if you're not okay with your own scenario, situation, life, lifestyle, whatever it is for you, see, that's on you. You know it, but we allow the comfort sometimes of not having to. That's why I always say you get to. You don't have to. You get to. You get to apply another level. You get to reach another level. You get to establish another kind of lifestyle for yourself. Now, how long that takes is as long as it takes. And here's the asset to show you how long it takes. So you can't just stop. So if you have something you want to do and you say you got to have it, man, get to work on it. 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 We're in the second quarter. Still got time. We still got an opportunity to reach those goals that we have for ourselves. But what do you do when it's time to step it up a notch? That buy-in. Now, once you get the buy-in, the people that have bought into you not being either as available or whatever that might be for you, they're going to be looking at you to do what you said you were going to do. Now, you told your wife that you were going to take the business to another level and focus in on your goals. Honey, I'm not going to be as available as it once was. I might have to miss a few date nights. This is going to be the time period in which I'm going to have a focus. And in that focus, this is the things that I'm going to do. And in that window of the things that you said you were going to do, you got to do them. See, because people are looking at, well, if you're not going to do this and you said you want to reach this goal, hey, I want to support you. Absolutely. Whatever I could do, whether that be space and time that you need to apply to reach your goal, that's great. But if they see you not applying the effort toward what the goal is, and you're not applying the effort toward what you were doing in your accountability to your glee club, your book club, your team, your business, or whatever it might have been, then people get that, well, what's really going on? We can't allow for comfortability to allow us to not reach it to the level of the success that we desire. Let's get on to it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You get to and don't stop. You get to. The get to mentality is something else out there. If you've ever heard of this before, consciousness. That means you get to think about it. You have it in the forefront of your mind to kind of navigate away from a way you used to think. That's the consciousness. You know, you're having a bad day and you transition to, you know what? You catch yourself. I get to. That's conscious. But see, once you start to activate it and it becomes internal to you, you can face scenarios in what they call it now is an emotional, intelligent response to situations. Emotionally and intelligently responding to situations. Meaning, I don't get mad. I listen, I understand, because I know that I get to engage in an argument. I get to not engage in an argument. Which do I decide? Decide that based on who you are. Somebody's going to get something this morning. We're going to get something across this morning. I got a call the other day, I'll say. And they asked me, why do you do that podcast so early? It would be better in the middle of the day. You probably get more people watching. I said, because I don't do it for people to watch. I do it to inspire people that are already motivated for what they want already. So somebody wants something, they're already up. This plays through the day. The internet is forever. So the legacy is being established while we watch the legacy being established. And tell you that right now, the things that you're doing today, your grandkids are going to be looking at down the road, your great grandkids. So what are you putting forth? An effort to do what you want to do. So you got to buy in. You subscribe and say, you know what? It's on me now. So you're going to apply what you said you're going to do once you got to buy in. Now, what are those goals? You write them down. Do you have them on a board? My office here is, I've got 4 whiteboards full of project work to keep me focused on what I got to do. Because see, I said it. And if you said it, you got to do it. That's the deal. Follow through with the goals that you set for yourself. Get to buy in with the people that, hey, I'm going to do this. I like your help. I love your support. You can even do it with me. But one way or the other, I'm going forward. And this is what I'm going to do. This is what I got to accomplish. And whether they know what you have to accomplish or not, that's not important. It may be in your relationship wise with your friend or whatever accountability partner, but it's not important that they buy into your goal, support it, believe in it, or want it for you or not. What's important is that you said that you were going to do it and you apply the work to go get it. let's get back into it before we get into some really cool things coming up for the month of April. I'm super excited about what we're doing. We got a chance to do 4th Thursday for March out at the African American Advisory Alliance at the Cultural Center there. I think it's amazing what they're doing. Charles, I got to give you a major salute for your effort to make a difference in the community. If you're out there, you want something for yourself, you have a goal about something for yourself, nobody's coming to get it for you. Nobody's going to make sure you got up in the morning. Nobody's going to make sure you ate well. Nobody's going to make sure you're doing the work you said you were going to do. Nobody's going to, it's all going to be all on you. And what you'll find is along the way, people will come in and play a pivotal role in helping you reach those goals by default. You won't stop, won't quit. And if you don't stop and you don't quit, it's inevitable that we'll eventually get there. Let's get back into the other side. It's some mojo for you. I like the mojo because it gets your day started. It gets you going towards your day. I hope somebody really is out there like, you know what, I need a word. I needed something for myself. I'm a babe in the word, biblically. The principles, they activate within us. Read that word. Get it inside of you. Walk it. Don't talk it. Stand by.
When you start doing anything, the first step, you're excited. You're pumped up. You're going to be consumed with that thing you're doing. But a week into it, a month into it, a year into it, 5 years into it, many people begin to lose that fire. They get exhausted. They don't care anymore. They stop trying.
So they stop the daily tasks to move toward the goal, and they settle. They settle for, I guess it wasn't meant to be. They settle for, I guess I didn't want to. They settle for the easy road. They settle for mediocrity. They give up and they let it go. But I'm saying, no, you cannot be like that. You can't allow your dreams and goals to slip by like that. You must stay focused. Don't allow anything to pull you off your game plan.
If you don't finally get your focus in check, if you keep wandering around distracted, if you keep looking at every new thing that pops up in your feed, if you keep trying every single new opportunity, if you keep saying yes to everything, if you keep listening to everybody's complaints, if you keep doing whatever they ask you to do, at some point, you will lose your life.
You must reclaim your attention and limit it down to the very few things you care about the most. Cut off anything else that doesn't support you.
Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it. Write about it. Talk about it. Hang it up on your wall. But most importantly, do something about it every single day. Start working a plan to get where you want to go and minimize everything else. Getting very clear on the mission and working the plan. Everything else, guess what it gets? A no. You tune out every voice and noise outside of yourself, and you lock your focus on this one thing, and you give it everything you've got.
What is it that you need to immediately stop doing in your life to take back control of your time? Is it social media? Is it watching 7 seasons of a show every week? And what do you need to start doing? What do you need to start doing every day, every week, every month, every year to be the best version of you?
Because whatever you spend your time on is what determines the outcomes of your life.
Disciplining yourself buys you freedom to do what you want. Sacrifice leads and gains follow. Don't bother looking for any gains when you haven't made sacrifices.
You gotta give stuff up in order to go up. So the question is, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to skip the parties, cut out the socializing, pass on doing the cool thing on the weekend with your friends?
Because that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take you dedicating every single fucking moment, every single ounce of energy and effort you have to pull it off.
Forget about balance. You have to be obsessed with the thing you want and don't allow anything to pull you away from it. If you really want to win, pack your calendar because everything is based off of activity. The more you execute, the more results you will see. You break away from the pack by doing more than other people are willing to.
It's impossible for you to lose if you pack your calendar with tasks to be done every single fucking day of the month, morning till night.
You do that year after year after year, and you will undoubtedly become one of the greatest in whatever the fuck you want to do.
A champion focuses only on the goal. They don't allow anything else into their mind that won't help them win. And so if you want to be a winner, what you're focusing on throughout the course of the day has to change. What you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to, the conversations you're having. You must now be fully focused on your dreams and your goals.
And it all starts with what you're doing today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, when you're great, you don't just focus on a year. When you're great, you don't just focus on a month. When you're great, you don't just focus on a week. You focus on the 24 hours in front of you and you work relentlessly to nail it.
What is it that makes a lion the king of the jungle?
It's not his speed. The cheetah is the fastest. It's not his size. The elephant is the biggest. It's his mentality. The mentality of a lion is what dominates every single other animal out there. And the lion's not born with lion strength. It has to earn it. It has a killer mindset from birth. That tells it you either kill or be killed. So it is the process of hunting. It is the chase. It is the drive that makes a lion become a beast. So whether he catches that animal or not, every time he goes on a hunt, he is developing. He's becoming stronger. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the whole process.
And you get so caught up in the outcomes of everything you do that you forget what it's all about. It is practicing. It is eating right. It is training. It is putting in more reps than everyone else. It is grinding longer and getting up earlier than your competitors. Win or lose, you give every single day everything you have. You leave nothing on the table.
It is that process that shapes you and forms you into a beast.
And why so many of you lose is because you think grinding is what you do when the lights are on and it's game time. You think it's what you do when the sun comes up and everyone's eyes are on you. That's not the real grind. The real grind is what you do when nobody's watching, when nobody sees you, when you're running those extra miles, when you're doing those extra reps, when you're pushing yourself to do more than anybody expects of you. It is that level of effort that forms your greatness.
When you can force yourself to do shit that sucks every day of your life, you build mental toughness. When the alarm goes off in the morning, you get your ass up. When you have a deadline for a project to be done, you make sure you get it fucking done. When you know you gotta study, you start fucking studying. That's how you callous your mind. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be hard. But at the end of all your suffering is the life you want. Embrace the suffering.
No one's coming to fucking help you. It's you against you, period. The water's too cold, the sun's too hot, I'm getting up too early. Why am I doing this to myself? That's what the normal mind says. You gotta start training your mind to think about how the fuck you can get through this. Not giving yourself a way out. Creating a wall around all the fucking ways out in your mind. So then your mind knows this motherfucker is not gonna give himself a way out of here.
Your new norm becomes getting up every damn morning at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and you suffer. You allow that to become your new fucking lifestyle. Most people try to get away from that. They want the comfort, but you gotta separate yourself from the pack. You have to tell your brain, this is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer.
When you do this consistently and it becomes your mentality, the shit that used to be hard becomes easy.
You must retrain your mind to think differently when you're in hell. When something sucks, good. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna strengthen my mind. And it's gonna lead to rare achievements. So bring it. When you get to that point, that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes. Your dedication changes. Use the time you have right now to strengthen your brain. Push yourself to do hard shit. Come out the other side of that challenge as a beast. You gotta start thinking to yourself, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. And I don't need shit to get this done. All I need is the ability to grind my ass off.
Greatness is not something that you have to meet once. It's something that you gotta meet thousands of fucking times in your life. But you don't reach it if you're not continuously in constant pursuit of greatness.
Kobe Bryant never sat there and bragged about how many championships he won. No, he was always up at 3 o'clock in the morning, practicing every day. Why do you think he was so great? It's not just genetics or talent, it's his ability to force himself to execute, no matter what's going on.
So right now, this is the time to work. You better take the short time you have now and be the best that you can be.
No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more excuses. We're gonna work. Because when you put in the work, you always get the same consequences. You get paid, you get rewarded.
You put in the work, you get paid, you get rewarded. But the deal is, how long does it take? Can we go through the pain? Can we go through the frustrations? Can we continue when it doesn't work? Can you continue when it said it doesn't? It's crazy. You're crazy. Man, you got to be to lost your mind if you think, I know you from scratch. I know you've been broke all your life. How you going to have $1 million, right? You get around those kinds of attitudes sometimes. Sometimes we talk to ourselves like that. I mean, I talk to myself worse than I know. That's a fight, the way I talk to myself sometimes. But I'm going to tell you something. See this podcasting right here. I'm going to use it as an example. You see this part, but there's this digital production that goes down to prepare for this. I believe that I put up my production and engineering skills in StreamYard platform against anyone that does this in the country, possibly in the world, by the diligence and the time that nobody sees the work. Nobody's up at 3 in the morning in the gym. Here's something for you. I want you to think about it. Regret. I love Kobe. I love Shaq. That dynamic duo that they had. The issues that they had was one of them said, man, we got to get in the gym early in the morning. One of them said, we don't need to do that. One of them said, yeah, we need to do that. And if we do that, we can have multiple championships. We can dominate this industry. We could be the best that ever played. One of them said, well, we don't have to do all that. See, that's the difference. That's just simple if you could grasp that. So one goes to the gym when the other doesn't. Respectfully. Man, I listened to Shaq the other day. Man, I'm a big fan. I am a huge fan. And when you hear him just say, he has some points. He told me some things that I could have applied. And I'm just going to use that in real life. What are the things that we know that we could do that if we don't do them now, later on, we'll be regretful that we didn't do what we could? I just turned 55. 55 all the way live. So in retirement age, I got 12 years to say in the working environment. At 67, you retire with whatever is your benefit. 12 years. Now, I have in those 12 years, I can apply a level of, well, you know, it is what it is. Or I can apply a level of, you know what, I'm going to make it be what I want it to be. And I'm going to get in the gym early. I'm going to do a podcast before anyone else even gets up. This is Dr. Eric Thomas. I'm just saying what people have done that we could all activate for ourselves. What if you got up a little bit earlier before everybody else and put just a little bit more work in than everybody else, and your talent or your skill or your knowledge or whatever it is wasn't at the level of those that are ahead of you? What if you could condense the time frame by saying, well, you know what? I'm going to go in a little bit earlier. I'm going to stay a little bit later. And I'm going to put in some work in the middle. And I'm going to do what the coach says. So whatever the system is, don't break the system. Add your tenacity, your drive, your passion, your energy, your inspiration, your motivation, your goals. You know who you are, your personality to the gumbo pot of success, and see what you get. Put your all into the gumbo pot of your own success. I mean, it's the rule. You made the rule. That's your rule. You built a team. That's your team. You had the goals. Those are your goals. So what do you apply towards what you want, towards what you said when you asked, when we first started, that buy-in, those goals, that commitment, and get up and make it happen for yourself. It's going to be an amazing month. It's going to be an amazing second quarter. We're in the second quarter, so whatever you might have got, they used to have a word, mollywopped, in the first quarter. A mollywop. We used to mollywop them. Shout out to my boy Stacey Ogben, Purvis Polk, Derek Brown, Mike McIntosh, Derek, and Coop, Leroy, and Wayne. 9 of us. You know, we stayed. We won that championship. You know, I get to say that. We did that. But that tenacity that we had, that energy that we put towards winning, the commitment that we put towards when nobody else said we had to, we did. On Sundays, when nobody else would, we did. On Saturday nights, when nobody else would, we did. What if we applied that same kind of effort when we were young and we had that youthful mentality that we could be astronauts and firemen and a mayor at the same time to a lifestyle that you want right now today? You can apply it. Hey, this is America. You can do it. You can come from way behind. You can have a name like Obama and become the president. How about that? So if anybody else can, we can too. I see you on the other side. Have an amazing, amazing day on purpose. Shout out to this amazing lady right here, Mrs. Owens. I thank you for a life of love. I thank you for a commitment that's uncommon. I thank you for seeing a man with a dented crown, a king with a dented crown that others may have thought was zirconians or whatever they call that, or whatever it might have been, the tarnished brass, but no, you saw it. Gold, diamonds, rubies, pearls, emeralds, jewels. You saw the jewel in a man before the man could see it in himself. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. This is Owens. You're amazing. If you're out there and you want something in your life, get something in your life. If you're out there and you want to have something more than you've had, probably need to apply something you haven't applied. If you want to do something that you haven't quite done, you probably need to get in the room with people who have done it or are doing it and willing to help you learn how to do it and help you learn how to connect those dots to success so you can do it. Whatever it is, do it, do it, do it. It's a quote from Mr. Schamberger, Pasadena, California. Schamberger's all over. Mr. Schamberger, though. He said, key man, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. That's fine. But if you're going to do it, man, do it. We see you on the other side. Get it done.